Hello everybody and welcome to another video with Ironguin. Yay! And today, welcome to another set review. In this video, I will be reviewing set number 8846, which is called Tow Truck, which was released in 1982 as part of Technical Lego, which was the original Lego Technic. It has, well, the original set came with 379 pieces. This copy of the set that I have here has 378 pieces. If you wanted to buy a used one now, it would be £33. I have no idea what the original retail price was. And this set came with no minifigures. So, now let's get into the review. So this set belonged to my dad. He got it in the year it was released for Christmas, I think it was, or maybe his birthday, from his parents. It's the biggest Lego set he ever owned. We recently went up to Manchester as a family to spend some time with his parents, my grandparents, and they found this in their loft, and yeah, we brought it back down with us so that I could review it. So I'm not really sure how to review this set. I've never reviewed anything so old. So if I review it in my normal way, then you will look at it and you would say that it looks garbage. But if you look at it from someone from 1989, it looks really good. So, this set is yellow. It's a yellow truck. This set is a 3-in-1. This is the main build that's on the front of the box, front of the instructions. And yeah, let's take a closer look. This was a Lego Technic, or Technical Lego, whatever it was called. So it does move, and it has all these real life gearing mechanisms. Let's start up at the front here. Here we have a hook that can go on the underbar of another vehicle. It's designed to go with a dune buggy set released around the same time. It has a winch here that you can turn down. Excuse that this set's a bit creaky. It has been sitting in a box for a good 30 odd years. And it's also very dusty. Yes, just ignore the dust. So yeah, this is a winch and it can hook underneath another car and tow it away. So, on the bonnet here, there is a spare wheel, and it turns. Because this is the namesake of the set, it uses most of the pieces. There are a few gears and stuff that are used for making the mechanisms of the other builds, but this one uses most of the pieces. So this turns on the top. I'm sure it's not geared up to anything, so I'm sure that's just a side thing that's not too bad. It has an emergency police thing, or not police, but emergency flashing lights for if someone's crashed. When I originally saw the box, I thought it was one of the pieces where you press it and make noises, but no, you build it with 3 pieces on top of a plate. So, I'm going to cut in the video here and I'll get the bonnet off so that you can see the steering mechanism. So this set has a proper steering mechanism that you can see here. And you turn this axle on top and it turns the wheels. This is called a rack and pinion, because the pinion is the little gear in there which is turned by this stick, and that makes the rack move side to side, which turns the wheels. And also, as a quirky little side thing, it has a universal joint here, which is used so that you can have two things at odd angles turning each other, which is exactly what it's used for here. And that's used to make the steering wheel move. If you move it too far that way, it does get caught, because the pinion comes off the rack, as you can see in there, and you need to try and get it back on. But hey, it's really good. It's well detailed, and it teaches kids about technology and stuff. So I'm going to put this front back together, and I'll be back with you in 1 second to look at the back. So if we look into the driving area, it has the seats slightly recline. I mentioned earlier that over the 30 odd years of this set being owned by my dad, he has only lost one piece. It is a 1x2 red tile used to make up the seat. I had to get one out of one of my sets to replace it for him. Or out of my big tub of Lego. So yeah, reclining seats, it's cool. Then the other side also has a reclining seat. At the back here, there is a lot going on. There is a lot of stuff here. Let's start with on this side. Here, you turn this. So this is a ratchet where I will lower it down. So this grill at the back lowers down. Then I'll put that on. And then I can't lower it anymore because that stops the gear turning that way. But I can bring it back up because the ratchet allows. So ratchets basically stop the gear going backwards. This on the back here uses a variety of discontinued pieces. With these here, which are very similar to pieces we have nowadays, but they have these almost grabs that are used to hold them together, as you can see in there. It can turn, and this is also designed for the Dune buggy set to drive up, put its wheels in between there, then it can be lifted a bit and towed away. There is a lot designed so that this set can be with the Dune buggy. So, now if I turn it round, did I say that was a ratchet? I don't know if I did, I might have. But yeah, that was a ratchet. So here we have another pinion in there. You can see it there. And this feeds on to a spur gear. And it has another ratchet on the spur gear. And this is used for the winch here. And to lower down the cable. So I can't lower it down anymore. But to bring it back up, the ratchet allows me. So it's the same type of mechanism, but on the other side. So now I'm just going to quickly bring this back up so you can see it from this angle. And then I'm going to turn the truck over so we can look at the underside of this back here. It has a differential, which, because the steering is on the front, the differential isn't actually used. The differential is so the two wheels can turn separately when going round corners. That's why differentials are used in real life. I am guessing that the reason it's used in this set is because they wanted to test it out, because I don't think they'd invented their pullback motors yet. So they wanted to test it out. and see whether a differential would work on this car. And I'm happy to say it does. It works very well. One thing that's very nice about this design, last thing I'll say, then we'll move on to the packaging. But one thing I'll say about this design is that you can drive it with your hand up here very easily, the way that a kid would want to. And unless you turn it too far that way, then the wheels get stuck. But yeah, that might not be a problem with the set. That might just be age showing on this set. I'm not sure. But yeah, my dad has actually kept the box, the original box and instructions of this set after all these years, which is incredible because there's a lot of my sets I haven't kept the boxes for. So yeah, let's move on to the packaging. So this box has a big picture of the main build, which is the one I've showed you on the front, with some smaller pictures showing the different gearing types. So it shows there how the front winch works. Oh, you're meant to be able to turn it from... Oh, that's interesting. That wasn't lined up with this set. That wasn't clear enough in the instructions. I didn't realise you were supposed... Ah. So what this says is you're supposed to be able to turn the wheel on the top, which I thought was just decoration, in order to lower this crank. That's just opened my mind right there. Okay. And then here it shows you... Oh, you can't see that. Here it shows you the mechanism for the thing on the back, and it says technical set in many different languages. Then on the top it says it's for 9 years and over. It shows one of the alternate builds, and it shows the use of the differential. On the back we get a better look at that same alternate build. We get a detailed look at the steering mechanism, and we get a back look of the two builds. So, and this set has a flap on it, so you can lift it up, and those are the spare pieces. And let's see if I can... Right, how do I open this again? Oh yeah, on the back it shows... Yeah, it shows how the dune buggy can come up, get its wheels in there, and then you can lift it up. And it shows all of the different play features and what you can make it do. And yeah, this is the very interesting type of thing for kids. So I'm going to get what's inside of the box out, and once I've done that, I'll cut back into the video. So this is what's inside this box. It has this plastic thing, which is where all the pieces go. So the wheels go along here, and some of the smaller pieces can be sorted there, and all the gears and stuff go along here. There's still one gear in there, and the pieces that weren't used for this set, that I used for one of the alternate builds, are in there. There are some very interesting pieces here. I'm just trying to get this open while I talk to you. That are... Give me a sec. Ah. There are some very interesting pieces in here that I'd never seen before. Like, this looks like some kind of axe for minifigures, but it's a crank of some kind. I don't know. I don't know how it's used, but it's cool. So, next, inside the box, we have the instructions. Let's start first with this piece of paper, which has the kid's face. It has a picture of this set and the dune buggy I keep talking about. And it tells you some getting things working with Technic, and it shows you new recovery vehicle. And yeah, it's just advertisements for all the technical sets they made around this time. Some of them look cool. Some of them look pointless. That's this dune buggy that links with this set. And yeah, Then it shows that you can get just motor packs and just bits and stuff. So it looks like their motors did already exist, my bad. And then it advertises some of their other themes. So it has some Duplo, some Basic, some Faberland, some Legoland, some Railway, and Technical. Then on the back here, it shows a technical ideas book. And lastly, we have the set. It's the instructions of this set itself. So it's just basic what you'd expect from instructions. It shows you how to build in detail this lorry and the truck itself. And then here it's showing you how you can rework the truck to combine it with what's the best way to rework the truck to combine it with a different set so that you can give it a motor. Here it shows some designs of just random other things you can build with these pieces, like there's some kind of tiny go-kart and a little crane using the winch. And here it shows how it combines with the dune buggy. So the hook comes down onto the dune buggy and then it pulls it onto the wheels, lifts it up and tows it away. So now I'll clear all this up, then I'll get back to you with my final opinions. So overall, this set is brilliant. It does look very boxy and not very realistic. Modern day Technic sets are very realistic, very sleek, very like they built Lego versions of exact cars like the Bugatti Chiron. Whereas this didn't care. This was all about teaching kids how different gearing types works, and I really like that. Like, I wouldn't get it based on looks. If this was something released nowadays, no one would buy it, but back then, it looked really good for Lego because they didn't have all the smooth sloped pieces they have now. And it worked. So, and we've looked into it, and it was actually designed by a real engineer, not by a Lego designer. The different parts of the set were designed by an engineer using most of the part budget. Then a Lego designer went in at the end and just put a simple body plating on. Whereas nowadays they'd put all of the part budget into the body plating, and there's not much into the actual working of the car or truck or crane or whatever it is. Just a simple winch. So yeah, this isn't biased because it's my dad's only Lego set at all, but I really like this set. It looks beautiful. It works well. It has all of the pieces except for one after 30 years. It still has the box and the instructions. I think you can hear the proper excitement that this set gives me in my voice. Actually, I want to try something quickly. If I bring the set back, can minifigures sit in the seat? If I take the stuff out of my hands here, I haven't thought about this before. Not with this set, at least. It looks a bit big for him, but he can fit in the seat. And he may even be able to fit into the other one. That shows, after almost 30 years, a modern day Lego minifigure is compatible and able to sit in a very old set. There we go. Yeah, and he can sit behind the steering wheel. I don't have any other minifigures easy at hand that I can grab apart from me here. So I can't put anyone in the passenger seat, but you can get a minifigure into this set. So you can display it with a driver if you want to. I think that's just made the set better for me. But I already like this set, so you can't really get better on something good, can you? So anyway, thank you for watching. Please tell me your opinions of this set in the comments below. Like, comment and subscribe. Make sure to also subscribe to my second channel for gaming videos. I haven't uploaded one yet, but I will be soon. I'm working on it at the moment. And I will see you in my next video. Farewell.